we coordinate with the film and the television just to keep the brand on point, but we all sort of stay in our little corners.
Yeah. You've worked on a ton of DC properties at this point. Do you have a favorite, and is there one that you're dying to do?
Brave and the Bold probably is my favorite, because it's kind of a silly take on Batman. It was sort of unexpected. It came out about the same time the first Nolan Batman movie came out, and everyone was expecting super serious Batman cartoon. And when they saw like the first image of what our show was, it was sort of that Dick Sprang Batman with a pink background. They like sort of went nuts. They like wanted to tear us apart.
It's literally the opposite of Christopher Nolan's Batman.
It's like, what are you doing? And Batman fans, comic book fans in general, have trouble understanding like these cartoons are for like 6 to 11, so they want to see like more decapitations and stuff like that.
Every 6-year-old I meet is just.
So, it took the show was on for 3 years, but by the end of year 3, people were like, yeah, it was cool. Like they begrudgingly admitted that.
And that's the praise you've always been wanting. Right? 3 years of hard work followed by, that's pretty cool.
You didn't suck so bad.
There's a fan. All right. She's like 10 years old.
She just made a decapitation motion.
She's like, somebody better get their head cut off. We're like,
But it is funny because we looked like a much younger show. We were able to get away with so much more, adult stuff because everyone's like, oh, it's for kids, but we had like more murders and killings and all sorts of stuff than the animated series. So we sort of snuck in some adult stuff.
I don't know. I don't remember what I was doing that I came across this, but I was doing research for something, and I ended up stumbling down this hole where it turns out Batman Wants Nachos kind of became a meme.
Yes.
Yeah, talk about that.
Well, okay, I worked also, one of my early gigs was The Batman, and, they were trying to hip up the Batman, so like the network executives were like, let's make him go to concerts, let's put guitar music, let's have him eat nachos.
Really, those executives are super plugged in.
Because it's like, in the comics, Alfred would always bring Batman like a cup of tea, and the network's like, kids don't like tea, so have Alfred bring him some nachos, and so we did that as like a give to the network, and the internet exploded with so much hate over the fact that Batman is eating nachos. It's like he would never eat nachos. Cheese is bad for you. And
Batman is carb free.
Carb free, non-dairy, exactly.
So
he's only meat.
We were doing an episode where we split the 3 personalities of Batman, and one was, we did the super aggro Batman, which is supposed to sort of represent a lot of like the hardcore Batman fans, and then the sort of stoner Batman, and then the science Batman. And I thought it'd be pretty funny to throw in Batman eating nachos as a reference to that. And, we have aggro Batman basically admonishing him, Batman does not eat nachos. And it sort of took off from there. I mean, a lot of stuff
funny.
I put in from Brave and the Bold were like sort of reactions to either people being pissed off about stuff we're trying to do that was kind of fun or innocent or whatever, putting our sort of spin on it. So that's Batman does eat nachos.
It's Big Nacho, man. They're infiltrating everything. I knew it, man. It's Big Nacho.
The nacho cheese conglomerate is running this country.
We are the 99% of the Nacho Corporation.
We did get a licensing fee from Doritos on that show.
I don't want to spoil the end of Dark Knight Rises, but Batman challenges Bane to a nacho eating contest.
And they both win because you always win when you eat nachos.
Frito-Lay.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't you always win when you eat nachos? Guys,
tell us at FritoLay.com.
Tweet at Nacho Tour if you have nachos near you.
So
we just made over $250 million.
Cool, like Warner Brothers. What are we talking
about? I'm curious, actually, since you have worked on so many different iterations of Batman, do you think there's an ideal version of Batman?
No, I don't think there is an ideal version. I think, we've sort of poked fun of that notion in one of the episodes of Brave and the Bold, where Bat-Mite sort of goes to Comic-Con and explains that, Batman is a pretty, flexible character. There's all sorts of interpretations of him. And, I think it's just, can you do whatever interpretation? Like our interpretation in Brave and the Bold wasn't that different from the Schumacher stuff, but I think we did it a little bit more closely related to the comics.
Yeah.